Hey guys, welcome back to Adaptive Humanity. Today we are at Travelers Campground in Alachua, Alachua, Florida. We're going to give you a totally unbiased review of the place.
And make sure you stick around to the end of the video because we're going to give this place a handicap rating and a preview of where we're going next.
In your adventures at Travelers Campground, it's not unusual to run into an emu or a donkey, or an emu and a donkey that are best friends and like to live together. So not only donkeys and emus, but they also have goats and some weird looking chickens, which a bunch of little baby chicks too. They're so cute. But there's this goat, and then we're gonna see another one up that way, and I even think there's a pig. So it looks like the pig might be in his trailer over there. We did see him yesterday, but unfortunately he's not out roaming around this morning. The other goat, a little on the skittish side, and apparently that one's a mountain goat. Come here. And here is Mr. Pig, or Mrs. Pig. Mrs. Pig. I think it's missing parts to be a Mr. And I guess they have a horse. So pretty cool that they do have a bunch of parrots here, and what I like even more is that they are all rescue birds. They do give a sign over here that says, you know, do not touch them because they will bite. But I like the fact that they have used this space to rescue some animals. It's a great thing. Peekaboo. Peekaboo. And if you look right behind us too, there is also a laundromat on site. It is not wheelchair accessible from the back, but I do know it is from the front, because when you come in the front door, the main office is to the right and the laundromat is to the left. Right adjacent to the main office here and the laundromat and our parrot rescue is the pool area. The pool area is nice. It looks like it's relatively new. It is clean, it's family friendly, and it's actually pretty good size. I'm quite impressed with it. So these are the bathrooms. They were okay. It was a little dirty. There's some toilet paper on the ground and stuff. But the one big thing is they are not handicap accessible for wheelchair folks. And also if you're using crutches or other type of walking aids, it may be a little difficult. There is a good sized step on this side. There is another entrance where it's a little bit smaller, but again, it's not very handicap friendly. They do have a dump station located here, even though I do believe most of their sites are a full hookup with 30 amp or 50 amp service. And they have a washout too, which is nice. And right behind that is a propane tank, so that way if you guys need your propane tanks filled, you can get that done right here. It is a full hookup here and a true full hookup. So you have your sewer, which is okay. The top of the pipe's a little bit broke off. I did see a couple other ones that were like that also. And what's cool is at each site you have 50 amp service and 30 amp service and a regular outlet down here. Plus you have your freshwater hookup, and they give you 2 spouts to come off. Okay, so for those of you in manually powered wheelchairs, a small disadvantage to this is most of Florida is flat, but I don't understand. We're on a pretty good sized hill. The plus side is all the streets here are paved, so you don't have to worry about dirt, but they do have speed bumps set up, or you have to try to go through the grass. It would be nice if they had something to go around there for wheelchair folks, but overall it's not that bad. They have a fully fenced in dog park. Looks like they have some obstacles set up. It's a really large area, and they also have a doggy wash station over here, so that way you can wash off their paws and stuff before you get back to your RV. You're not going to be awkward. We're just going to have a conversation. Did you hit record?
Spot. Yeah.
Scoot, skip.
Scoot. Get to the middle. Move on. Thanks. Oh, kisses for all my friends.
Thanks. Thanks. Okay, appreciate it.
Yep. That was magical. All right. Espresso is awful. Use that hand.
Ready?
All right.
Trying to think of what to say.
You're gross.
Wait on.
Okay, so here's our handicap rating.
We'll do this one at the end.
Okay.
All right.
And I can just be like, all right, what about walkways? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then you can be like, well, I'll be like, all right, what about bathrooms? All right.
So overall, I kind of like this place. It's nice because it offers a variety of things. If you have kids, the animals are great. They're not just completely behind fences where you can't touch them. You know, you can pet a goat, pet a donkey, get it a little awkward with an emu. So that's cool. There was a small playground up by the pool area, so that was nice. A lot of fields.
Yeah, it's very open. It's nice vibes.
Yeah, that's nice.
Relaxing. Off the grid, that I like too. It's not loud at all. It's very quiet.
Yeah, even though we're right off the highway though, because
it's not very loud at all.
It's like the little service road that runs along the highway is where this place is located, but you can't hear it. So that's nice, and it's easy to get to. We didn't have a problem with the motorhome getting in here. Yeah. They brought us right down to the area, helped us back in. So that was nice.
Their service was really good.
Yeah. The employees are really friendly here. Everybody that we talked to, anyway, all three of them. They did have 2 dumpster locations. We didn't get video of that, but they were pretty piled.
Yeah, they were full to the brim.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's just coming off the weekend and they have a Monday service or whatever, but there were people stacking garbage like around the dumpster. There wasn't even room to put it in it anymore. The roads in here were decent. Speed bumps sucked.
Yeah, that was. I mean, it's obvious that you're in an RV or whatever you're pulling that you're gonna be slow anyway.
Right.
So they're a little unnecessary.
Yeah, and they're big too. They're like a tall,
short, and really steep.
Yeah, enough to make the thing tip around and the booze bottles rattle around a little bit. So to get into our handicap score. So how we have come up with a handicap rating, a handicap score, is how accessible everything is and does it fall within ADA compliance. So we break it down. We wrote it down here so we didn't forget. The walkways, the bathrooms, the pool area or outdoor recreation area if they don't have a pool. And then all the other miscellaneous buildings, the front office, if they have any type of like a maintenance shed or anything that you would have access to, or if they have a repair place here or a parts place here, or the store, those type of buildings are included in that. So we'll go through, there's 4 categories on here, so it's a complete score out of 40. Each one is worth 10 points. We'll go through that and see what we come up with.
All right. So the first one's walkways.
All right, walkways. We gave that a 5 out of 10 because the roads are all paved. There's no dirt roads through here, so that's nice. So if you're using a walker or crutches or a wheelchair to get around, it's easier, but
all of the walkways are on a hill. So if you have just a normal wheelchair, you could go downhill fast.
Yeah, you definitely, which is weird because Florida's mostly flat, and they found like the one hill in Florida and built a campground on it, which is kind of nice because it's a little different. You don't feel like you're so much in flat Florida, but kind of a pain in the butt when it comes to a manually powered wheelchair, or even a walker for that matter, or crutches. I know I've hoofed it uphill in crutches plenty of times, and it's not all that fun to do. But the other walkways too, so to get into where the animals were and stuff,
there was no walkway.
Yeah, I mean you were off-roading, you were going through a field, so that
and it's kind of far too for
yeah, you're going maybe 150 feet of having to go across a field to be able to get to the animals. And even the dog park was still set back about 50 feet off the road, but there wasn't any type of pathway to get into that.
So that might be an issue for some.
All right, so what we got next? Bathrooms.
Yeah. They were not ADA compliant at all.
Yeah, not at all. There was big steps everywhere.
It was on the hill.
Yep.
Within the hill.
Yep. And no walkway to get up to it. You had to go across the grass.
Yeah. That was bumpy.
Yep.
And just a mess.
Yeah. So, and the doors were narrow. You couldn't get a wheelchair in there unless
a big step to get up, right?
Yeah, it was a good, I don't know, 10 inches tall on the step to get up. But I did talk to one of the employees, and I was discussing that, and I wanted to make sure they didn't have any other bathrooms located on the property that I was missing before I said that they were non-compliant on ADA compliance for bathrooms. And he said, no, there wasn't. That was all they had. But they have been working to improve that, so hopefully in the future that will be taken care of. The problem was they had to tear down the buildings completely and then rebuild them because it was so out of whack that they cannot just kind of do a quick remodel and fix the problem to be compliant with code. They would have to tear it down completely and redo it. But that is something that they're looking to do in the future. So we gave them a 0 out of 10 for the bathrooms.
Just being honest. All right, pools slash I guess recreational area. Yeah, we should do that.
The pool we gave a 7 out of 10, and that was just on the pool. They had like, was that shuffleboard?
Yeah, I think
that was kind of.
It was.
I think there was plants growing up through it and everything. Like you can see they tried, but so we'll just focus on the pool area. The pool area did have an access to it coming off the front, so that was nice, and it was fairly new or redone within the last few years. It looked like it was wide getting around the pool.
Yeah. But they did not have a wheelchair lift.
Yes. So I know those are kind of hit or miss. A lot of hotels have them. We're not too sure about campgrounds, but that is one thing that I look for is, do they have a manual or a power lift for a wheelchair person to be able to get into the pool and back out of the pool safely. So what we got last?
All right, we got buildings.
Okay, so that includes their main office. They really don't have a separate store area or any type of parts facility here or anything. So mainly it's all just in that main office area. And we gave that a 5 out of 10. And that was because you could get into it using a walking device or wheelchair from the front, but they didn't have any like powered doors or anything of that nature, so you're going to struggle a little bit getting around that. But the doorways were wide enough that you could get a wheelchair into there, and you could get into the laundry room there too, because that was inside of the main office. So you go in, you turn right, and you can check in, and it's got a small store right there, or you turn left and it's the laundry area. So you were able to get in there with a wheelchair. It'd be a tight fit. But yeah, you could definitely pull it off with some skills.
But you only have to go in the front, right?
Right, you could only use the front. Yeah, you can't go through the back. The back is like 2 steps up and a kind of crumbly walkway in the back.
Yep.
So that's what we got. Let's total it up. We got a total score of 17 out of 40. Yeah. So, I mean, don't let that be a hindrance to you, though. The place is nice. We did enjoy our time here.
Yeah.
The animals were cool. You know, that was different. The dog park was huge. And that's definitely a plus, and it's quiet. It's not very busy. It's very quiet, relaxed.
It's nice for a short stay.
Yeah.
Like on your journey somewhere.
Yep. They do have picnic tables out there. I think they've been sitting there for 20 years. So definitely bring that tablecloth and sit with caution.
Yeah.
But it's not bad though. If you need a quick stop along the way, like, you know, just, hey, we've been driving for 15 hours. Let's just stop somewhere for a day or so just to rest. This is a perfect place to do it. Staff was wonderful. So we're going to be hitting the road tomorrow and headed north. We're trying to stay ahead of the hurricane. It's actually
just starting
to rain here now. We are still on the Gulf Coast, so I think we're relatively safe so far.
Yeah. We're running away from it.
But what do you think's a good hint for where we're going? Critters?
Critters.
Maybe?
Critters.
Lots of critters. Lots of critters. So yeah, I'm excited to do this one. You know, I'm a big fan of critters, so. So yeah, that's the plan. We're gonna take off here. We're gonna head north and critters.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much. It's been great, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye. You got yourself a spider web.
You don't like the potato, though. Right? So I'm saying you don't like the potato. Hang on.
Right.
Chill. Chill. Hey.
Your fingers, make sure they're flat.
Take it easy. Take it easy. Ah! Oh, that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad.